and then just lift up and the water will begin to drain out of the boiler. If you are fully winterizing the caravan, I always suggest that you then also go around and open up all of the taps, because this will help release any airlocks in the system and help it drain down more efficiently. When it comes to refilling the boiler, make sure all the taps are closed. Close the drain tap, fill up the Aquaroll, drop in the submersible, turn on the 12 volt, followed by the water pump, and then the system will begin to reprime itself. After a few minutes, begin opening the taps. They'll cough and splutter as they force the air out of the system. Once they're then running freely on hot and cold, reclose, and then the system will fully reprime itself. The water pump just sits here and the surge dampener just sits here. This helps prevent major pump shudder. Sitting here is the consumer unit. So we have the mains trip switches just here. So we have the 3 individual MCBs and then the main RCD and test button. They are all labelled up and correspond on the sticker just here. So if there's anything not working on main supply, just check to see if you've tripped. We then have the 12 volt fuses just here, and again they are all numbered up and correspond just here. So if anything's not working on 12 volt, just check to see if a fuse is blown. You will know if a fuse is blown as well, because you will get a red light appear underneath it. The battery charger just sits here, and then on the top corner of the consumer unit you have isolator buttons for components that use mains electricity. So we have this amber one here for the heating and hot water system. So if I turn this off here, if we were now trying to run the heating or the hot water on main supply, it would not work. So always make sure that this is on. We then have the isolator for the battery charger. So again, if you turn this off and you're hooked up to main supply, you will not be charging the leisure battery. This will illuminate if you have reverse polarity connected to the caravan. This can sometimes be found on some continental sites. And then we have full system shutdown just here. So if you're not using the caravan for long periods of time, you can press this black button and it will shut down the back end and kill any residual draw on the leisure battery. Both control boards for the motor mover just here. If I now move across to the other bench seat and again remove the cushions, you will see that we have storage beneath. We also have the location of the alarm box, and there are some more 12 volt fuses just down here. Again, they are all labelled up, and they're for mainly components on the outside of the caravan. PIR sensor for the alarm itself just down here. In the overhead locker just here is the radio on and off on the button here that says source. We then have CD in here, eject on here, search for radio stations or change tracks on the arrows, and then we have volume control just here. USB connectivity just here, and auxiliary. If you need to get into its setup menu, just hold this button down here that says display and then navigate using the volume, and anything you need to change, just press it in. And then to get back out, just hit here. And then back off again, just here. Solar panel regulator just here. Do not need to do anything with it. it will just let you know what it's up to. So you'll see that there's a solid green light on above letting you know that the leisure battery is fully charged. Whenever it is actually putting a hard charge in, it will change to red, and you've got a green flashing light there indicating that UV light is hitting the panel. Microwave just here. It's always advisable to remove any contents for travel. This will only work when the caravan is connected to mains supply, and it is plugged in just up the top here. To use the microwave, you have quick start just here, and then stop just here, and then we have all the usual defrost presets, etc. Sink just here, and beside this we have the electric hot plate that, like the microwave, will work when the caravan is connected to main supply, and it operates just here. We then have the free gas rings, and that's just push in, twist, and then press the igniter. Beneath that we have the grill, and again just push in, twist, and push the igniter. And then the oven. Beneath the oven you will find a plug plugged in, which is just for the electric hot plate, and then beside that you will find a couple of gas isolation taps. They are colour coded and then correspond on the sticker. They're all in the on position, and quite frankly they can stay like that. I always say if you smell gas in the caravan, go to the source and turn off the gas bottle. Fridge freezer just here. On and off just here. We firstly have mains electricity just here. If you do not have mains, you can run the fridge on gas just by pressing the picture of the flame. These fridge freezers will auto ignite themselves. If it fails to light, it will begin to beep, and you'll get a red flashing warning triangle just here. If you think it might just be down to a bit of air in the system, you can make it attempt to light again just by pressing the button. And then we have 12 volt maintain, which is what we have the fridge set to when we are towing it to keep the fridge cold on the move. And at the moment, if I press it, we will get a beeping noise and a red indicator because we're not connected to a tow vehicle. Anti-condensation jacket on and off just here. This needs to be on when you're using the fridge freezer in the warmer months of the year. This will stop a build-up of condensation behind the unit, which would then run down and form a puddle of water beneath it. Temperature control just here. Above my head we have the Omnivent fan. To use this, firstly open the roof vent by winding at this point here, and then middle button turns the unit on, and then we have arrows out for extraction and arrows in for cooling. Variable fan speed just by pressing. do make sure that all roof vents are down for travel. In the wardrobe you will find the freestanding table, also the header tank for the heating system. Just make sure that the fluid level is between the minimum and the maximum. Always take your reading once your heating has been turned on, because the fluid will expand in the tank. If it does need topping up, you can do this yourself if you want to. Just remove the cap and add the Aldi top up solution. Do make sure that you are using the correct solution, as there is two. One is blue in colour and the other one is pink. We then have the television aerial just here. To use this, unscrew and push the mast up and then get it into the position that you require, and then lock it into place. This green window here represents the back of the aerial, so you know which way it's facing, and the H stands for horizontal. What you can do is take the aerial and take it out of the horizontal position and flip it into a vertical, if required for additional tuning, just by turning the tail just here. Always make sure that it is back to the horizontal and that the aerial is down for travel. The digital amplifier for the TV aerial is just above the fridge. On and off just here, and then control the boost on the dial just here. Storage beneath the bed. And to extend the bed, just pull it towards you and then just drop in the infill. At the rear we have the washroom. So we have the shower cubicle. Always make sure that the shower screen is fully clipped back for travel. We then have the basin and the toilet. To open to the cassette, just slide the lever across and then blue button to flush, and then close again. If this has been left open and you try to remove the cassette from the outside, it will not come out. So if you do feel resistance, just make sure that nobody has left it open. Level indicator just here, so this will illuminate when the cassette needs emptying.